Hi there, Sandy here. Welcome to another video at my YouTube channel and my blog, keepsakecrafts.net. Today starts what I hope will be a weekly series on using polymer clay to make elements for jewelry. Today we're going to start with something quite simple, making these really cute leaves to accent our earrings made with beads and twine. So if you've been working with polymer clay for any time, you probably have a scrap bin like I do, and all you need to do is go into your scrap bin and pull out a few colors. I've got greens here, and I've just got a light, a medium, and a dark. Very simple. And then you want to be sure they're conditioned, and that's where one of these, just an acrylic roller, comes in. And you just give it a few rolls. I like to work on one of these 6-inch tiles from the hardware store. You can peel the clay right up off it, nothing gets damaged, and it's nice and smooth. So you want to do this about 10-15 times. Just roll it flat, and then fold it, and then roll from the fold out so you don't trap any air, and keep doing that until your clay is nice and soft and pliable. Now once your clay is all nice and soft and pliable and conditioned, just go ahead and roll all 3 pieces into a bit of a snake. Now once you have all 3 pieces rolled out into snakes of about equal size, just smush them together and then give them a bit of a twist. Fold it on itself and give a little bit more of a twist and a roll. And do this a couple times. The more you do this, the finer the marbled lines will be. And then use your roller to roll it out. Now you can see you have stripes. And then repeat what we did at the beginning, rolling, folding, and rolling until it's blended. And that'll do. And now you're just going to pinch off pieces and roll them into balls. Somewhere around 3/8 of an inch, 1/2 of an inch. It really depends on the size you want your earrings to be. And to make our leaf shapes, we're going to take these circles and make them into cones. And you do that by just putting your finger on one side and roll just on that one side. And then you get that pointy tip. And if you want longer tapered leaves, just roll a little bit more. And then to flatten these out to our leaf shapes, I'm just going to use a scrap of an index card. And this keeps fingerprints off of your leaves. Although I'm not usually worried about them, I think these look better without them. So press from the wide end towards the tip with your piece of paper. Now wherever you press harder, it's going to get wider. So I pressed harder here and it flared out. Press some more, you can see it's flared out some more. But we can adjust that shape. For a long narrow one, you can just press evenly along the length and have a long narrow leaf. I like to use a single edge razor blade for a lot of my shaping. As you can see, you can go in and really adjust that leaf shape to make it whatever you want. It's clay, you can shape it however you like. And you can see the nice marbling of the greens in there. For bigger pieces, I'll often use a 6-inch clay blade, and then you can just scrape it up off of your tile and not distort it. And now we're going to add some detail to our leaves. And here I have a few leaves with details done in different ways. And these all started the way I just showed you. This one is done with just the single edge razor blade tool. And you just lightly make a center line, and then use your tool to make vein lines coming out from that center line. And you can do as few or as many as you like. Just make sure you only go lightly so that you don't cut through. Now if you like, for patterns where you're only pressing lightly, you can actually flip it over and pattern the other side in just the same way, like I did on this one. And you can see the pattern's gotten a little smeared on the other side, but it's there. Another way you can pattern your leaves is instead of using the single edge razor blade, you can use a needle tool and get slightly deeper, more distinct lines. And you really do it the same way. Draw your center line. Now in this case I've done it a little bit differently. Instead of bringing the lines all the way out to the edge, which you can do, in this case I've chosen to do more light feathery lines, pressing heavier at the center and then pulling up as I get to the edge and not bringing them quite out to the edge. So experiment with your tools and find what you like the look of, what works best for you. And again, on this one, you can do the other side as well. Also on all of your leaves, make sure to take a needle tool and make a little hole pretty close to the edge for your jewelry findings. And here's a fun design. I really like this one. I like the fact that it has the serrated leaf edges, and that's done with a special tool. This is a Christy Friesen Wow It's Awesome tool. She makes really great stainless steel tools for sculpting in polymer clay. This one has two ends. You want to use the end that has this sharp edge over here. And we'll do it in the same way. Press in the center line. Now in this case, when you come out to the edge, just make sure you pull it all the way through the edge. And you can see that gives it that serrated look. Again, you can make these as close or as far apart as you like. You could even go back in with a needle tool and add more details. It's up to you. Have fun with it. Once the details are added to the leaves, you can also add a little bit of shape and interest to them. I like to pinch my tip, give it a twist, and kind of give them all. You can see these all have just a bit more interest and shape. So you can shape them with your fingers, fold them a little bit along that center line, and really get some nice character to your leaves. So once your leaves are done, you're going to put them on a card or a piece of paper to bake in the oven. You can bake them right on this tile, but the parts that are touching the tile when they are done baking will be shiny. So I like to bake them on a card. One thing I almost forgot to show you is before you bake them, if you want to add some color, you can use mica powders. There's Perfect Pearls, there's Pearl-Ex. You can even use eyeshadows and add a little bit of color to highlight the detail. So I just tap off the brush, get a very, very small amount, and then you can brush it over the leaves. And the mica powders come in lots of colors. There's green, there's pearl, there's every color you can think of, blues and purples. Just a light touch. And it's the mica powder stays on top, and then the crevices and the details are highlighted. And that you would want to do before you bake your leaves. I'll show you another way to color them after as well. So here are a few leaves that I've taken out of the oven. These are like the serrated edge ones that I showed you. These ones are done in a similar way. The shaping is done, but then to add the detail, I actually pressed real leaves into the clay, and that captures all that detail. I love to use sage leaves. Actually, this project of mine is a little fairy house, and the roof tiles are all leaves, and then sage leaves were pressed in to give them the detail. And if you want to learn how to make this, I'll give you the details and where you can find the tutorial in the description box down below. But I thought I would show you how I got this gold, because this is done differently. This is done after baking, and it's done with a product called Gilder's Paste. And Gilder's Paste comes in lots of different colors, just like the mica powders. And I'm going to try this one here called Patina. It's actually a light blue, so it'll give a different look to this blue-green leaf. I like to use my finger. It's kind of a creamy, it's a wax-based product. You just get it on your finger and rub, and you can see and that's really bringing out all the detail in that leaf. You can add as much or as little as you like, and it doesn't need sealing because, like I said, it's a wax-based product, and you can find it in lots of different colors. And so that's what I've added to these leaves. It's just some antique gold gilder's paste. And here you can see I've already gone ahead and made one of these leaves into an earring. Now, one of the tricky things about sculpting like this, it can be tough to make matching pairs. So what I suggest you do is make several, and then you can pull out the ones that best go together. So I think this one probably matches best, so I'll use this. And then it's really simple to make these waxed linen twine components. And for a complete list of materials, just check out the blog post in the description box below. So I just used some waxed linen twine. I used it in this color brown, but it comes in lots of colors. And for each earring, I cut 3 pieces, a 5, a 5.5, and a 6-inch, so there'll be different lengths. And you'll need an assortment of little beads to go on the ends of your bits of twine. So all you do is take one of your pieces of twine and tie a knot about 1/4 of an inch towards the end. And then you're going to slide 4 beads onto each piece of twine. And if you want particular ones at the bottom, place those on first and last. You'll see why. And then go ahead and repeat making a knot on the other end once your beads are on. And then slide it so you have 2 beads on each end. So you can see I wanted those antique brass ones to be at the bottoms. And then I fold it not exactly in half, I like them to be offset. And just make an overhand knot up near that loop. And there you can see I've got 3 of these little twine components. You could make as many or as few as you like. Next I have a nice big jump ring. It's an 8mm jump ring. And I'm just going to slide all of my loops of my twine pieces on here, starting with the longest and then to the shortest, ending with the shortest. And then now I can see that the whole of my leaf has closed up a little. And so what you want to get is one of these little drill bits. This is the smallest size I've been able to find at my local hardware store. It's a 16th inch. This is supposed to go into the chuck of a drill, a power drill, but you can just use it with your fingers. Just place it in that hole and very gently, don't press hard at all, just twist and let the drill do the job. If you press too hard, you might risk cracking your leaf. And there, now the hole is big enough. So I'm going to slide on my jump ring. And then for your ear wire, you want to have the type with the loop that you can turn, because we need these loops to be facing forward so that as you're looking at the earring, you're looking through the loop. That way it'll hang properly. That goes on. And there you have it, a really cute pair of earrings with leaf components that you made yourself. Have fun making these in all different colors and styles with different decorations on them. It'd be fun to use a little resin and make a little dewdrop. Just have fun playing with polymer clay. Thanks so much for watching Keepsake Crafts videos. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share with your friends, and make sure you've subscribed to my channel so you'll see more like it. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Up on the screen are a couple more videos, and you can follow me on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, and on my blog. Happy creating. Bye-bye.